Hello. In this video, I'm going to look at campaigns and campaigning. I'll explore what a campaign is, how to develop a campaign, and I'll share examples of campaigns in action. So when we talk about a campaign, what do we actually mean? For me, a campaign is an organised course of action to achieve a goal. At its heart, it's about creating change, whether that's influencing policy, raising awareness, or advocating for a cause. Campaigns are powerful tools to make a real impact on people's lives, communities, or even the environment. And there are many types of campaigns, from brand awareness and email marketing to social media and public relations. But in this video, I'm going to focus on campaigns that are most relevant to building visibility and influence. So every campaign will go through a cycle. Analyze the issue, understand the problem, gather the evidence, and define what it is you want to achieve with your campaign. Develop a strategy, set clear aims for your campaign, and plan your approach. Delivery. Make sure you know your audience and that you craft your messages for that audience, and make sure that you get the messages out through the most appropriate channels. And the fifth part is about evaluation. So it's important to measure your results, learn from the successes and challenges, and apply those lessons to your future campaigns. So I'm going to talk about some real-time examples of campaigns. So in 2021, World Physiotherapy marked its 70th anniversary, and that was in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we wanted to mark the 70th anniversary. We needed something that was going to be achievable for us to deliver as a campaign that respected the context in which we all found ourselves, but still had impact. So the solution we came up with was to develop a social media campaign called World Physiotherapy 70. For the 70 days leading up to the 8th of September, which is the founding date, and it's also the date that we celebrate World PT Day, we shared significant facts, stories, and photos from our history, from the past 70 years. And the posts on social media were paired with consistent graphics so the people who saw our campaign could instantly recognize that those messages and that information was coming from World Physiotherapy. We scheduled the content in advance and we tracked engagement. And it was fantastic to see people sharing, liking, and celebrating the history of physiotherapy worldwide. The campaign was a success. It celebrated physiotherapy. It marked the 70th anniversary of the organisation. It created opportunities for people to engage with the campaign, and it was respectful of the challenging experiences that many of us were facing at that time. For World Physiotherapy, our biggest annual campaign is World PT Day. Each year, we select a theme in consultation with staff and with external experts. We then produce resources in multiple languages, and I'm sure many of you will have seen the resources over the years. It's a big project. This year, in 2025, we produced materials in almost 40 languages. In previous years, materials have been available in 50 or 60 languages. So managing the translations, the designers, and the logistics requires careful planning. And we measure the success by the reach on social media, the website downloads of the materials, and the activity reports that we receive from our member organisations and individual physiotherapists. And the lesson that I would encourage you to think about here is that scale adds complexity. So planning and evaluation are essential. It's great to be able to produce the materials in so many languages, but that means that we need to make sure that we have the resources, the people, and the time available to make sure that they can all be produced and then shared. Now, here's some examples of other campaigns that World Physiotherapy has been involved with. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see graphics that we've produced for our webinars. Now, these are webinars that are held in each of our regions, and we produce social media graphics that promote those webinars and encourage people to register and take part in the webinars. And the campaigning part of it is about raising awareness of physiotherapy issues and giving people an opportunity to take part in these webinars, to ask questions of the experts and develop their knowledge and understanding of practice. On the right hand side of the screen, you can see different examples of campaigns that we've been involved with. So in the top left corner, there's the Physiotherapist Education Framework, which is a publication that we have developed. At the bottom left corner, you can see a graphic for the annual review. On the right-hand side, you can see a graphic for the annual membership census, which is a census we produce every year, with information provided by our member organisations. And just in the top right-hand corner, you can see a graphic which is celebrating the anniversary of one of our member organisations. So we recognise significant anniversaries for each of our member organisations. And it's important that we do that because it builds the relationship that we have with each of our member organisations. We also develop campaigns or work on campaigns with other organisations. So World Physiotherapy is part of the World Health Professions Alliance. This alliance speaks for dentists, nurses, pharmacists, physiotherapists and physicians. That's more than 42 million healthcare professionals in more than 130 countries, represented by 5 global associations. So we work very closely with WHPA, the World Health Professions Alliance, to shape and deliver advocacy campaigns around World Health Assembly meetings. And we work with the other 4 individual associations to amplify their campaigns and support their activities. And we do this because we know this amplification and support will increase our audience and strengthen our message, build connections within global healthcare professions, and raise our profile with key stakeholders. And you can see on this slide examples of different campaigns where we've been involved with the World Health Professions Alliance. So to recap, a strong campaign starts with clear goals, a solid plan, consistent delivery, and honest evaluation. The examples that I've shared, World Physiotherapy 70, World PT Day, and the work that we've done with the World Health Professions Alliance, show how campaigns can adapt to different contexts, from celebrations to crises. I also encourage you to watch the video interviews that I've done with Ariane and Mirjana, where they share their experiences of developing and delivering campaigns. Thank you.